Hi nursing students, welcome. My name is Carrie Gerber and today we're going to be talking about tattoos in the workplace, specifically John A. Logan College's stance on tattoos in the clinical settings. If you don't mind participating, go ahead and raise your hand if you have at least one tattoo. A 2017 study concluded that 38% of 18 to 29-year-olds do have at least one tattoo, so this is a relevant issue in healthcare today. While hospitals are seeking to maintain control over their public image, employers and employees may face issues regarding these policies. Our objectives for today are: participants will identify policies regarding tattoos at their place of employment or where they're going to school. Participants will verbalize two perceptions of tattoos that may be felt by patients, and you probably weren't even aware of these. And then participants will verbalize two ways in which visible tattoos could affect possible future opportunities as well. Who doesn't love a good pop quiz? So get out some scratch paper and jot down your answers. Number 1, how long have tattoos been in existence? Number 2, according to a 2017 Pew Research Center study, what percentage of people ages 18 to 29 have at least one tattoo? Do you remember? And 3, which of the following individuals have or had tattoos? Select all that apply. Alright, you got your answers? Number 1, the oldest examples date back nearly 6,000 years, though it is speculated that they were around even before then. Number 2, 38% of 18 to 29-year-olds have at least one tattoo. And everybody except for Taylor Swift had or have tattoos. There are professional standards nurses must uphold, whether their practice involves direct patient care or whether they're in leadership, education, or research roles. Currently, there is no nationally accepted policy regarding tattoos in the workplace, but the law is undoubtedly on the side of the employer. The Illinois Nurse Practice Act states a need for nurses to look and act professionally, but there are no specific standards set for tattoos. It's up to the workplace and their dress code policies to determine what they consider appropriate or non-appropriate. An employer can establish a dress code and appearance policy as long as they don't discriminate against a person on the basis of their race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, disability, or genetic information. So there are little restrictions on what employers can include in their dress code policies. These policies might also vary from facility to facility. Some may allow tattoos as long as they're not offensive. Also, the type of position or role a nurse has can influence the freedom they have regarding visible tattoos. So nurses outside of areas in direct patient care may have more leniency. So those who are maybe doing research or telephone triage may be allowed to have visible tattoos. You can absolutely be denied a healthcare job opportunity if the employer believes that your tattoo violates their internal appearance policies. Many healthcare organizations prohibit the exposure of body art, tattoos, and multiple piercings. Many policies require the employee to cover tattoos completely. Employees may be required to hide tattoos with long-sleeve shirts, makeup, bandages. Turtlenecks and makeup may be required for neck and facial tattoos as well. Many schools of nursing follow the body art and piercing policies of their affiliated clinical facilities, requiring students to cover visible tattoos. John A. Logan College's uniform policy currently states that tattoos must be completely concealed. This is in line with policies at our clinical locations we frequent, such as SIH and Heartland Regional Medical Center. Nursing has often been regarded as the most trustworthy profession, and trust is deemed a necessary component of professionalism. Professional appearance is consistent with being a trusted profession. A positive image is essential to being a nurse. Appearance is a powerful aspect of nonverbal communication. Hospitals and healthcare facilities try to maintain a professional dress code as a way to maintain a professional image to their patients. This dress code may restrict employees from wearing certain clothing or visible tattoos that they feel would alter the professionalism in the workplace. Credibility and competence are crucial to nursing practice. Despite their increase in prevalence, visible tattoos in professional work environments are often viewed as inappropriate and unprofessional. Negative stereotypes are common in fields that emphasize appropriate appearance, such as in nursing. Research suggests individuals with visible tattoos are perceived as less intelligent, professional, approachable, trustworthy, and kind. Tattoos may also be offensive to some. They can offend patients or coworkers, especially if they have any potentially religious, political, racial, or sexual connotations. Even if a tattoo is considered non-offensive by most people, there's always a chance someone else could find the tattoo offensive. Diverse generational perception results in some patients seeing tattoos as taboo as well. Older Americans are more likely to view tattoos negatively, with 64% of them over the age of 65 viewing the increase in tattoos as a change for the worse. However, in some U.S. states, tattoos are more common and associated with fewer negative connotations. Irregardless, these negative stereotypes have the potential to impact the patient and healthcare provider relationship. A study was conducted involving 150 patients who were given a survey after they looked at color computer images of male and female healthcare providers dressed in scrubs. The respondents were given a number of terms to describe the practitioners. These were caring, confident, reliable, attentive, cooperative, professional, efficient, and approachable. Results showed that men with tattoos were rarely perceived more positively in relation to those terms, and women with tattoos were almost never perceived more positively than women without tattoos. The sex of the patients didn't have a factor on the results, nor did the fact that 22% of the survey takers had tattoos themselves. A possible explanation for this may be that we're more accepting of alternative lifestyles until we get sick. When we get sick, we become more risk averse. We look for conventional markers of responsibility and expertise in our healthcare providers. A study was conducted where 141 dental hygiene program directors participated. They were asked questions regarding students with visible tattoos, as well as questions regarding the school's policy on visible tattoos. The results were that both students and faculty with visible tattoos were perceived as significantly less professional. These findings suggest that the community then could view the school as less professional if their students had visible tattoos. Perceptions of professionalism in healthcare are important in promoting positive patient interactions and outcomes that are influenced by clinician appearance. Freedom of expression, discrimination, and autonomy are often cited ethical conflicts regarding the enforcement of dress codes requiring tattoos to be covered. Body art advocates may feel this practice denies a person's right to expression and make this person feel like they're being judged on their appearances. However, tattoos are not federally protected in the workplace. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act is often cited as a source to dispute these policies. However, as long as the policies are equally applied, discrimination isn't taking place. Also, tattoos are not a protected classification under Title VII. Even indirect discrimination is capable of being objectively justified if a policy is in place to address a legitimate aim and is proportionate to achieving that aim. So, as long as policies are in place for a legitimate reason, likely to protect the entity's professional image, they're protected. Policies must also be written down, clearly communicated, and reasonable. Failure to comply with dress code policies is an issue of conduct, and it can be grounds for dismissal. Employees can use their own discretion regarding their policies. Again, it's going to be proportionate to their aim. So as long as they're written down and accessible. Conflict between self-expression and professionalism in healthcare does exist. Studies have shown that participants rate models with tattoos less positively compared to those without tattoos. Stigma and prejudice regarding tattoos can lead to potential employment and workplace difficulties. Also, negative stereotypes can impact the patient-healthcare provider relationship. So, tattoo policies enforced during schooling also serve to prepare individuals to enter the workforce. Educating students regarding possible long-term implications of having a tattoo in terms of employability, perceptions of clients, and senior work colleagues is important. They can also exclude you from areas where arm visibility is necessary that you may want to work, such as an OR or a NICU. They could limit your job options, especially if wanting to go into upper management. The higher your position, the more you're expected to fit a social image of your job. So it's very important to familiarize yourself with rules of the hospitals where you want to work ahead of time. So then you can consider those policies when thinking about size and placement. Traditional differences in perceptions regarding body art will fade as visible tattoos become more and more mainstream. Hospital rules and people's views are gradually changing. Most notably, Mayo Clinic and IU Health in Indianapolis have dropped their bans on visible tattoos for nurses. Still, not every institution is in a rush to change their stance, especially when its reputation as a professional organization is at stake. So students, cover those awesome tattoos. Know that it's not just to torture you, it's to help you be perceived as professionally as possible and to honor the aim of the institution that lets us come learn.